So anyway, tomorrow no class because tomorrow Rakhi Purnami, lot of people won't come, definitely. And next, some people has to go to churches, kind of stuff. So it's a mixed thing. So no class tomorrow anyway. If in case, if possible, next week any time is there, please inform me. So I will cover up the few any missing topics or any clarification. Just you can inform. Like one half day is not there, so I will interact. I will interact. One day is not there, or Saturday is not there, or Monday is not there. Like that. Okay. Tuesday I'm busy, except Tuesday. Entire week is I think I've free. Okay, guys. So backup fundamentals first of all. So what is this backup? Okay. So what is backup? I have a data in my PC. I have a data in my PC. Now I want to secure the data. So why we should require a backup or a securing the data is first of all few things we have to possibilities are there. There is a lot of possibility possibilities are there, right? So what are the possibility things will occur? Possibility possibility is okay. Impossible. Possible spelling also I'm confusing why. Afternoon effect. So it's a possible. Okay. Possibility. There is a lot of possibilities. Are there possibilities? Or it may happens or occurs. Any word you can use it. Whatever it is, happens. It's okay. Anything you can use it. So possibility is disk failures. Or disk failure means data loss. Okay. Of data lost. Okay. So one is a disk failure. Okay. Disk corruption. Okay. Disk corruption, errors. Disk show some error. Corruptions are errors actually. Okay. Or a data corruption. Data may be corrupted. Data corruption. Oh, data can be corrupted. Virus. Virus kind of effect. So data corrupted because of virus possibility is there. Accidental. Accidental deletion. Okay. Accidentally maybe we'll delete like so I've seen some people instead of deleting a folder they delete a drive also. Okay, so instead of deleting or copying a data from desktop to the drive, so what they will do, they will delete it. Okay, so they delete it. Maybe I selected some data, and meanwhile someone pressed the delete button, and I clean up the delete. So like you know, there is a possibility of accidental deletion is there, right? Attacks on your data, like a ransomware. Example example of thing is ransomware. I think you know ransomware. So they encrypt the data remotely of your system, and you cannot access your data. You can't format your system. If you want the data back, you have to pay in the bitcoins, then only you can able to get the data back. Possible ransomware. So these are a possibility of loss of data are there. It can be more. Okay, yeah, I'm searching like any your side you are giving. It's okay, no problem. Okay, so possibility of loss of data is there. So what is the solution? What are the different type of solutions for this kind of stuff? If it is happens, then you will lose the data. So instead of losing complete data, so then what are the possibilities are there? Possible solutions. Okay, keep separate copy of data in any keep separate data. Why this is today? Even my mind is not giving any proper separate. Yeah, that is what I guess. I got it out myself. Self doubt is very dangerous than anything. Okay. So keep separate copy of data. Keep separate copy of data in a external place. Okay. Take backup in regular interval of time. It means every 1 hour, every day. Like a example, every 1 hour or every day. Okay, every week, like that, every month. So you can take an example is like every interval of particular bit of time. Um, mm, Whatever. So always keep sensitive data in secure location. Any personal files are there, your documents are there. Better to put it in no access places. Okay, so these are the different type of solutions are there. So we can add more if you are getting. Okay, so what is this backup normally? So when you say backup, what we do we connect a external hard disk. So we connect a external hard disk, we keep some data into the external hard disk, like we copy a important data into external hard disk, right? We are copying it. We are copying data. Sorry. Okay, we are copying a data um, into, okay, or we are transfer a data into a location, a device, example external hard disk. Okay, this is not a backup actually, but we do this backup, but this is not exactly backup means. But if you do like this, what happen? You don't know historical database of a your backup. It means in your a different location you have a data, but you want to restore the data, you don't know from where you taken. Example is okay, example is in your disk you have a C drive, D drive kind of stuff is there now. So you have a disk is there. So here is my backup location. Think like this is my backup location. I'm just copy paste of data from it. For example, this is a D drive, C drive, E drive, F drive is there. I copy some data into my location. I'm copying into location in this location, but this is the data, but from where this data have taken, I don't know. So what to do? You have to create a folders. This is my D drive data, this is my E drive data, this is my F drive data. Like that you have to create a folders, and it won't maintain the history, like which one is the old data, which one is the new data, which one is corrupted data, which files are actually changed. That kind of stuff we don't know. So every day we are putting copying a data, but any changes occur, we cannot able to track it. So simply a copying a data into a external hard disk or a, pen drives or like that, it is not a backup. Just we are keeping a separate copy of your data only. Okay. So we'll go to that. My PPTs I will try, because already you people are feeling bored. I think so. No messages, nothing. Okay. So we'll continue. So very simply say, backup or a data backup is a copy of computer data taken store somewhere else so that it may be used to restore the original after data loss event. So whenever you lost the data, so we can able to restore the data from your backup. Okay. So backup can be used to recover data after its loss from the data deletion or a corruption to recover data from earlier time. Okay, so your disk is corrupted, no problem, we have a data in our backup, so we can able to recover the data from your backup. Backup provide a simple form of disaster recovery. However, not all backup systems are able to reconstitute the computer system or a complex configuration such as computer cluster, active directory, database server. It is not a simple data thing, so we have to use different techniques to it. There is a lot of things. Here is a backup architecture is there, so here we have to see certain components here. So at least three backup system architecture component. Backup client manager, what is this? I will go back to here. Yeah, afternoon effect, no, it is a, what is a backup means we can restore data if if data lost or corrupted. Okay, if data is lost or corrupted from backup location to its original location. Okay, so here it is, we can able to restore the data from your backup. That is easily we can able to do it. Okay. If in case a disk is failure, no problem, we can recover entire disk data from the backup location. Lot of people, sir, I deleted accidentally my disk, I formatted my disk, now I want my old data. If you are backup the data, then only we can able to recover it. If you are accidentally deleted the data, or maybe your disk partition or a disk formatted, so then it is so then you want to get the data back. But of course there is a certain software to recover the data from the disk if lost the data, if you accidentally deletion of the data or format the disk, so we can able to recover it. But that is not a solution, that is not a actual solution. You have to keep the data in a separate one. Here I want to tell where we put a backup. Important thing is simple is, for example, my PC I'll tell in a single line. My PC contain data. Now I want to take backup of this. I'm taking. I am taking backup of my data and keep backup in different location, not in same PC. Okay, so that is a important thing. So we'll keep the backup in the different location, but not in a same PC. That is a very important point for backup purpose. So that is very important. Now, where we keep the data. So where we keep the data. So there is a backup locations or backup for backup storage place or location. Backup location means backup storage location where you store the backup and is important. Locations are a devices. First one is DAT. That means digital audio tapes only. What is a DAT? Digital audio tapes. Okay, there is a thing is like you can see the picture. I will show you here. Yesterday only I copied. So this is the digital audio tapes. You can see digital data storage. We use digital audio tapes. It is a magnetic tape. Maybe you've seen in a old days cassette kind of stuff. Audio cassettes, VCR cassettes are there now. DVD cassettes like that. It shows like a DVD cassette. In generally, still we are using that type of storages for a backup purpose. CC cameras usually like CC camera prints. Nowadays, in our places, we use a CC camera data. We keep it in a hard disk. So then, if you want, you can delete it also. Okay, so if my hard disk contains last week CC camera. One second, guys. My sister sent. Okay. Mm. Okay. So if it is a normal hard disk, we can't buy multiple hard disks to store daily recordings on it. So it will record into your normal hard disk. Then normal hard disks are very costlier. So it is we can't throw the hard disk aside and we can't put a new recordings on that this one. Okay. So what usually people will do earlier till lot of people they'll insert a cassette. Once cassette is finished they write it like when they are inserted and when they are removing it they reinsert another cassette. Some are having a mechanism means dual cassettes kind of stuff. It means multiple cassettes also we can able to insert in a one single device. If one cassette is completed so next cassette will be recorded. So not only a video recording, so mainly these cassettes are used for storing data in a cheaper way. So this is a DATs are very cheaper. Even if you are go to cloud solution like AWS or Azure, and you want to take your data backup in a cloud. You want to take you have a lot of data, then you want to take the backup into the cloud. So they're also giving two solutions. One is a costly solution, store the data into the disk drives, or you want to store the data into tape drives. So obviously the tape drives are cheaper, so then lesser the cost, you can store the data in the cloud also. So remind me, so what are the, okay, remember this thing. Backup storage device is important devices that, of course, there is a differences also between one dat to another dat, like this one. So 1 2 3 4, you can see it is a 1.3 GB uncompressed and 2.6 compressed one for a single cartridge. This is the version 2, so 4 GB, okay, 12 GB, 20 GB, 36 GB in a single cassette it is. So 160 is launched in 2007 by HP. It is 80 GB compressed. That 320 is around 160 GB uncompressed. This is 80 GB, 160 GB uncompressed one. Okay. So it is data transfer rises 12 Mbps per second. It means data transfer is slow, but still it is good with the data storage. Here I'm going to point out only few things like digital data storage. 360 give you 160 GB data we can able to store uncompressed. Compressed means data will be compressed and stored, that then you can sorry, 320 GB you can able to do it. So DDS, um, 160 model store 80 GB data. Okay, here I am telling 12 MB yes speed. We can able to read and write speed, you will get it. Okay, so only two categories because it is around nearest one. So then that's why I put it. Guys, it is not a old tech. It is very old technology, but still people are using this one. Next one is hard disk. You can store in a hard disk also, right? You can store in a external hard disk. You can store the data in a external hard disk. Okay? So hard disk are a very costlier one. In some places, like you can go to the government related places, naval or air force kind of stuff. They use storage devices, DVDs. Okay, some people use for a cheaper CD, DVD, Blu-ray. Blu-ray disc also there is. Blu-ray is no, actually, Blu-ray is not there, but CD DVDs are using. So daily backups. So they will take a backup one that day and keep the DVD aside. That's it. Okay. So every day they will write. So this is a today's data. Like that they will write it. So you want to store in a cheaper way, that you want to store in a hard disk, separate hard disk, internal one or external one, you can do it. Next one is external hard disk are a much better solution for your system data backup. So external hard disk. So CD DVD also we can use our optical. Okay, Blu-ray is stores large amount of data. For example, you want go with a new hard disk. Now you have a lot of movies, for example, movies, audio files, pictures. These things are more. I may fell down now. It's much congested. Okay, so here you have a movies kind of stuff is there. So where to put it? So unnecessary, right? So if that's and all kind of stuff, so better to put in Blu-ray and delete from your system. So you download a lot of movies or pictures and audio kind of stuff, so maybe you can access later. It is not important data, but it is not very important to restoring related all also. So what you will do, so you'll keep it in a separate Blu-ray kind of stuff, is we can also use it. Next one is network location. When I said hard disk, obviously So another one is network locations. Network location means, what is a network location? Central storage, like a NAS, SAN type of places you can able to store it. The last one is cloud. Okay, you can also store the data in the cloud. For example, if you take a Windows operating system, you will get a OneDrive. See, you can see this is the OneDrive. Okay, in this OneDrive I have some data, but I have to put some personal data also. OneDrive is an example of storing a data in the cloud. What is the advantage of store data in the cloud? Google Drive, OneDrive, OneDrive from the Microsoft, Google Drive from the Google, and of course Mac also giving Apple Drive kind of stuff. Okay, um, mm, Mega NZ. Okay, Dropbox, Dropbox. Okay, so like that, there are a lot of 4share.com. Okay, lot of cloud storage related things also there. So you can store the data in it, and also you can take the backup and store the backup in a cloud location. Already I told one example, right? In our Pune office, what happened, the disk is got failure two times. First disk is failure and no return back, and after some time second disk is also failure. Luckily, when first disk is failure, we have a data safety in a different location, so we're not worrying about. So then second time, first time is a different scenario, but second time is actually lost the data. But luckily, there is a two copies are there. One is in a server, another one is a current laptop. So what happens? So only last few data is not synced, but we got the maximum. We have already data in some place. So what sir is done? So put everything in a Google Drive. Whatever the data you got it, so put it in a Google Drive. So then we can access from anywhere. So advantage of cloud backup storage or a cloud storage is we can access the data from anywhere. Okay, so what is the advantage of cloud is access data from any where you are located. Okay, from anywhere you can restore it anytime. We can restore it anytime. Any sensitive data is there, even though your Microsoft, if you open that, like ransomware, like how to protect from the ransomware, keep your important data into the cloud. So if in case something is happened to your system, now all, and then if you format the system, you can restore it from the cloud also. So what is the advantage of cloud is access from anywhere. Examples are OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox, so many other things are there. Now, what is the disadvantage of cloud storage? What is a disadvantage? Cost, right? Like you maybe Google Drive, for example, you are getting 15 GB freely for a one Gmail account, but you want to put a more than it. For example, you want a 50 GB, you have to pay for a storage. It's not always a free, you have to pay for a storage. OneDrive, for an account based on Office 365 account, 1 terabyte storage you will get it. If you put Office 365 account, you can store up to 1 terabyte. But once you are unsubscribed to Office 365, you can't access your data, so you have to keep it that way. Okay, like that, for everything there is a limitation is there. Payment, pay as you go type. Cloud means itself pay as you go type, means how much data you are storing in a your cloud, so you have to pay according to it. So guys, these are the devices used in a backup. So this is about your backup, why we need a backup, and what are the different solutions and what is the backup, and different devices and locations of the backup it is. There's a few terminologies are there, like a PTL, VTL kind of stuff. It is a PTL means physical tape. Okay, physical tapes. Okay, sorry, 1 second, I will verify. L means I remember, but why I'm getting this kind of stuff. Yeah, physical library. Okay, physical tape library. What is this physical tape library? It means it contains tape drives in a place in a, such a manner, like in a hierarchical manner. Physical type libraries are there. It is nothing but you have a DATs in your library, physically, like they have a one array of, it contains a array of disk, array of tape drives, and it will automatically select which tape drive is free, then it will put the data in it, and once tape drive is completed, it will go to the next drive. So this is a library, means from there physical access we can do it. But lot of companies cannot able to do physical types also, like you don't have a physical type tapes are not there. For example, you don't have a physical tapes are not available, then we go to virtual tapes. Virtual tapes means, for example, you have a hard disk. Okay, so I told this hard disk, okay, I told this hard disk location is nothing but a tape drive only. So it stores the data in the format of a tape drives, like that only. So the simply say it mimics as a tape drive. It is a virtual tape drives are not actually your physical tape drives are not existing. Then we store the data into a different hard disk kind of stuff, like a SATA hard disk or maybe iSCSI hard disk. Okay, or normal. So we mimic it like it is, like this is the tape drive. You know. So when I hear this word, I remember one thing, that is like when I was teaching Unix administration, not first paper, second paper directly administration, and as per the practical, you have to take the backup in the tape drive. So entire text is given, entire book is given how to take the backup from Unix machine to tape drive. But we don't have a tape drive. So the institute is won't provide, like when I was working in NIT. So they don't give any tape drive for a practice purpose, but compulsory you have to show the practice. So I search in different books, then I find a solution. So different solutions, I combine all solution were set. I create a one disk space, hard disk space only, and I told the name, like this is the not a hard disk, it is a tape drive. So I given a command, it is working. So then I store the data. I took the backup and put the backup into tape drive. Okay, we restore the files from the tape, that one also. Then I collect that example. So very simple. VTL means, so will mimic the tape drives as a physical tape drives. That's it. Yeah, iCloud. Very good. Good. So one person is alive. Now I reconnected. iCloud for a high iPhone people. iPhone, if you are buying like a 64 GB, 32 GB, or a 128 GB, all will get it same iCloud size as I know. If you want more iCloud size, then yeah, then you have to pay for more. Okay. Next, a purpose built backup appliances. So standalone disk based storage it configured optimized for storing data by having device focus solely on backup. A business is better to store and recover data after malware attacks, natural disaster, and hardware failure. So this is purpose built backup appliances. So they're building only the organization only maintain the backup purpose only. Okay, so it is a purpose built backup appliance. What is a appliance? It's a nothing but a machine. So when you want to take the backup and store the backup, and it's a only maintain backup related part only. Okay, and it is also whenever some attack is happen, whenever the data loss occurs, and we can able to restore it. Object storage also one of the important thing. So I will write down here. Earlier we discussed about block level storage and file level storage, and this is a object storage. We have a different type of data are there now. So this is also very important because of in your python there is a web scraping is there, scraping using python is also there. So I'm telling here it is, I will collect the data, okay, which is unstructured data. I will collect the unstructured data and I will make this one as a structured data. So this object storage will use it to store the data, just like storing a pictures, only pictures folder pictures, videos folders are the videos, and data related to the data either in the table format or no table format it is. So that is a object storage, also known as object based storage, is a strategy that manages and manipulate data stored as a instant units called distinct units called objects. These objects are kept in single store house and are not ingrained in the files inside other folders. Instead, object storage combination of piece of data that make us file adds all its relevant metadata to that file and attach a custom identifier. So this is generally it creates a data from the data, like a creating a metadata easy to searching, iots, observations, logs, kind of stuff. It will store it not as a files. Any generally any storage or any concept related to backup or a storage, it is in the form of files and folders finally. But object storage is not like that. Object storage will store in a particular data of the information of the data, okay, like that. Cloud storage we discussed already. Cloud model that store data internet through computer provider. Again the word will come. So cloud storage, we store the data in the cloud through network internet. So this is about object storage, like a object storage, file storage, block storage. Explanation is given here. You can read it. You will understand. So benefits of object storage. I will continue. 1 second, guys. Wait. Sir, చెప్పండి. Sir, చెప్పండి. లేదు class ఉంది, sir. Where are we last? We will see cloud storage. That's it. Of course. Itself, EMC is an organization, Dell based organization. It is. Yeah, we are in a object storage benefits. Usually for it's a kind of data collection kind of stuff. Okay, so we collected data and we of a database means like anything, like you take a website and you collect the data from it or from logs. Okay, so a lot of logs will be generated in a computer, so then we can collect it. Why I'm speaking, how to confirm that? Guys, can you able to hear? I started. Are you able to hear voice or not? Both the people. Okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so this is about your object storages instead of data thing. Okay, so cloud storage we discuss from anywhere we can able to access. Okay, so benefits. So total cost of ownership means if you put a data in the cloud, so generally it is a very costly if you are going with a more data. But total cost means like if you are in a one enterprise, then you have a lot of data in your organization, and it is very difficult to maintain all aspects of data. Like you have to purchase data storage devices and store it, access it, applications, human um, management is also required in a normally in organizations. But if you want to store in a very simply in a cloud storages, so you can access from anywhere and you don't require a person to manage that kind of stuff. Okay. This is just for a slide purpose only, but you have to read it. So next one is I will tell one more thing is cloud architecture. Sorry, backup architecture is this one. Standalone backup architecture. So what is a standalone backup architecture? It means you have a system and you take a backup and store in your system. Okay, like maybe extra hard disk or maybe other things. So then it is called a standalone backup architecture. Next type of architecture is two-tier backup architecture. What is two-tier backup architecture means? You store a backup in a backup different location, backup server, so you are locating it. So we there is a backup catalog will be there. So whenever certain data you lost or you want to recover the data from the backup storage, you can able to recover it. So that is called a two-tier backup kind of stuff. Okay, using some applications or certain techniques you can do it, like easy us. Okay, you can say so very simple applications I'm telling, like we can get it that applications like easy us data recovery. Okay, not only this, a lot of other things are there. So they will categorize your backup from c drive, d drive, when it is taken, like that it is intelligent management of a data. And other applications like recover. Okay, recover. Okay, it is belongs to cc cleaner. Okay, yeah, this is another one which is I use mini tool partition wizard, so you can manage the partition and data recovery. Wondershare. Okay, Wondershare, like that. These are applications for normal users also available. You can take the backup using these applications also we can manage. And of course, in Microsoft Windows we have a default tools of backup management. So there is also it will categorize. Okay. Next one is like a three-tier backup architecture. It is a enterprise backup architecture with a dedicated storage node. Okay, so we have a storage location like a SAN or NAS. So specifically, we put a location. So we take a backup from the system and we store in that one. So here it is. One more point I will tell. Again, I will tell that point. So just try to understand my point. Here it is. For example, I have a system and I want to take the backup in a outside of my system. So then I will connect some external hard disk or a tape drives personally. I will take the backup, right? So this is my PC, and then this is my external hard disk. So whenever you take the backup, so you put the data into external hard disk using whenever you connect a hard disk, then there is some applications also available in a some hard disk, or some with a hard application, some are directly only hard disk parts also there. Okay, you can use some applications, or you can use your Windows default backup applications also. Take the backup using this application, and you can store into external hard disk. So this is a one tier type or a two tier we can say. But each PC you have a enterprise, like you have a 50 computers, 100 computers. For each PC individually, it is very difficult to deal with the backup, right? So you have a 10 computers are there. Each computer you want to take a backup and manage the backup, it is very difficult. Okay, you have a lot of computers in your organization. It is very difficult to manage individual backups in a individual devices. So what we do, we have a server, and we install a backup application. Because of this application, this machine become backup server. Okay, a server means by hardware we can say it is a server, but it is nothing server. And if you install some operating system, we can say a particular server, like a Windows server, Linux server, like that. If you install a service, then it has become a service oriented server. Then it is actually a server, like a DHCP server, Active Directory server, domain controller, DNS server, WDS server, update server, like that. The server specified by service. And a machine can be a server by installing of application. So different applications are there that we will see. Okay, so what it will happen, so it install this backup related agents. Backup related agents will be installed into different pieces. What is this agent? Agent create a connectivity between your client PCs to your server. So application related agents are there. What are the application you use it, so their related agents will be installed into your devices. Okay, so these agents, what it will do through the network, they will send information to your server. Okay, so I am here, new data is created, or a backup time is up, so then like that, so they will send signals to your server. Because of these agents, the connectivity become more easy. Okay, this connectivity become more easy, means data transmission is very easy from there. So these agents will send traps to server, so new data is generated, or maybe backup time is this one. This server will trigger that kind of stuff, like, okay, this agent is ready, take the backup, so contact the agent. So what is the data today, so take the data and take the backup. So these servers are connected to storage devices. Okay, these connected to storage devices, what it will do, it put the data of, sorry, it put the data of these PCs into these servers. So data of the machines or devices is stores into a central storage locations managed by server. It means individually or manually, you don't need to go to each and every PC to take the backup and store into some location. You don't need to do anything, because organization means contains 100, 200, 500,000 of a computers are there. Lot of data is stores, and we want to take the backup regularly. So then it is very difficult. We can't take a external hard disk and connect each and everything and take the backup every day. It is a long process. It is a long time taking process. So what is this backup server? Backup server, through backup server, client means the devices data will be backup and stored into central location. So this is a three-tier architecture. Okay, so like this. Okay, I said applications are also there now, so that is will go up. So these are certain applications we use it for a backup purpose, like a backup exe, net backup, EMC networker, Commvault, IBM Tivoli, HP Data Protector, Datto, Venom backup and replications. So these are a cross-platform is specifically given. What is cross-platform means either your Windows machine, Linux machine, or VMware vSphere, or a Hyper-V environment, vCenter environment, or a Oracle environment. So what are the environment client belongs to it? So we can take the backup and store the backup into central location. These are the list. Means the client kind of stuff. And also when you take a backup, there is a are there, so we can see backup client software, backup manager, backup storage. So we store, we use a software to the take the backup, so at a client side and as well as a single location side it is. So backup manager will manage the backup, means when to take the backup, scheduling the backup. Okay, daily evening 8 o'clock, daily or weekly Friday we have to take the backup, like that. So weekly backup we will take it, or maybe monthly backup we can take it. So when to take the backup, when to take the backup, so like that we can able to schedule the backup also. Backup manager manages the scheduling of the backup and devices for the backup and where to store the backup. So where is the location of the storing the backup? So complete management is there. Backup storages, where we store the backup. So devices, disk drives, or maybe DATs like a digital audio tapes, we can store it. So that is a your backup kind of stuff. Anything extra? Yeah. So this is already. There is a explanation of DATs and all. Backup types I will tell. Okay, the previous things I want to check it once if I miss anything to tell. Yeah, that's it. So next part we will see types of backups. Okay, so types of backups are also very important. So we'll see that one. Okay, what are the types of backups? These are already explained. Only type of backups, and we'll see once again. Data deduplication, that is a separate one. Okay, so that's it about your first part